Let the Lord guide you moment by moment, day by day. What can $90 in the bank buy you? Ian Flanigan's last gig before the pandemic hit the world was to audition on NBC's The Voice. Little did he know where that audition would land him and how his years of sobriety would help others through his faith and music. This is his story. This is today's Nashville. This is faith. Ian, I am so excited to sit down with you. You are my first Voice contestant. Welcome to today's Nashville.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here.
You know, I was reading that you only had $90 in your bank account when you took the leap of faith. Let's go back and tell me about it.
Yeah, so I have been I've been touring since I was 17, one way or another, different vehicles. And during 2019, I was coming off a run from Texas, and I had just gotten to Nashville, where I was living at the Opry trailer parks over there, because I was living out of a Winnebago.
Now, were you with your family, or were you married then, or?
No, I was just traveling around, and basically, I showed up after a really wonderful show after Austin City Limits. I was fortunate enough to open for Bob Schneider out there, and I pull into Nashville, and it's instantly when the pandemic is just running rampant. And there was a tornado that hit East Nashville. It was just so many horrible things were going on. And I was losing gigs every day. Like, I'd wake up to an email of 5 gigs just canceling because everything was shutting down. And my bank account was shutting down too. So I had one last gig that was booked for me, and it was just an open mic at the Mercy Lounge here in Nashville. And I really only had about 80, 90 bucks, and I didn't want to spend the gas money to go, but at the time it was, you got to finish every gig. And when I showed up, it ended up being a scouting opportunity for The Voice. So I performed with the band, and they asked me to be an alternate for the show after my performance. And I basically said,
what did you think?
Yes, I lost every show, so I will definitely do it.
So you grew up, did you know you were always wanted to be a music artist?
Yeah, since I was 11, I've always wanted to be a songwriter. That was kind of my thing. My mom and I, we used to make up songs every day. That was kind of our thing. We would just rhyme random words. And when I was a kid, the acoustic guitar, making songs, that was all I ever wanted to do. And I'm from a really artistic area, so that...
Now, where did you grow up?
So I'm from upstate New York, Saugerties, New York, and we're right next to Woodstock, New York, which seems to be the only town people kind of know up there. And just really, really heavy with artists and that whole style of life, the whole, starving artist thing, all that, they support it really heavily. So for me growing up, I had a lot of local idols, really, that I would kind of admired and wanted to be like when I grew up.
Was it just you and your mom, or?
No, me and my mom and dad, so
okay.
I'm an only child. But,
okay.
But
so they supported your dreams?
Yeah, and they had the best kind of support, where when I had crazy ideas to just leave and kind of travel and test out the world, that was the kind of support they gave me. Because I've met a lot of musicians in my time that didn't have that kind of family support to go off and chase wild dreams. And I think that's probably one of the best kinds of support you could ever have.
What made you go into country music? Who was your idol, or who influenced you?
That's a great question. Honestly, back in my hometown, Saugerties, I was fortunate enough to play with the Paul Luke Band, which up there, they're a huge deal. Opened up at Woodstock, and they've probably been together for 40 years. And they're a country rock band up there. And they kind of showed me the ropes of gigging when I was younger and took me under their wing. But for me, I honestly started off in the folk world. So upstate up there and around the country, I would start off at Falcon Ridge Folk Festival. In Texas, I used to do Kerrville Folk Festival, Dripping Springs Songwriting Festival. And in that world, the song is king all the time. So country to me was no different. And as far as I'm concerned, country music is the genre that really puts the story first. So it was kind of just a natural thing to kind of find my way here.
So let's go back to The Voice. So that night, they said they wanted you to audition for The Voice. What was going through your mind?
Oh, so much. You know, I've never really watched too much of the show. We all know about it, and I've seen the clips, but I didn't think that it was for me because I'm a baritone and a kind of a raspy voice, and I had only done my own original work all my life because I've never really covered artists, and I just figured, I know this is a show all about cover songs and doing your interpretation, but I was so far behind on my knowledge of performing them that I didn't think it was necessarily for me. And when I got on, I found out it was kind of the opposite, where I was allowed to reinterpret everything, and it was a lot of fun. But my mind was racing, basically saying, we're in the pandemic, I can't even leave the state right now. What's this look like? So I was very grateful.
What happened after that, though? I mean, when you got there, or first of all, how did you get there, and what was it like to just walk out on that stage?
Oh, it was crazy. It's a long process from starting to get those calls to getting on the stage, you know, maybe 2 months or so. And I remember picking a song at that time. It was Colder Weather by Zach Brown Band. And I just always loved that song. So when I saw it, I was like, I gotta try this one. Because also I was living on the road and all that. So when I got up on the stage, you're waiting behind this huge band for, you know, hours. And when you go up, it's hard to explain because it's such a big moment. And then when you get up, it's only a minute. So it goes super quick that you don't really even remember it. But I remember feeling my mind was don't trip and start on time, and the rest will happen. So for me, I was
What were the nerves
focused.
like?
Yeah, they're good. They were solid sized nerves. But really my thing was it's very dark, and if I don't trip and I can start the song on time, I'll be okay.
Well, the judges' seats are turned around.
Yeah, they're turned around, and we were in the pandemic, so there was no audience. It was just the chairs.
Okay.
So you have a ton of production staff around you, and then you basically have to hit your mark. That's it.
So what happened? Who turned their chair around first?
Blake. So me and Blake went the whole way.
Did anybody else turn their chairs around?
No, it was just Blake for me. Blake's always had my back when it came to that show.
So you were Team Blake.
Yep, from day one.
Tell me what that was like. I mean, the moment he turned around, what went through your head?
To be honest, I didn't have any expectations, because when you're there for a month before you perform. The other artists, everybody's so good that for me, I always kept a bag packed. I was like, you know, I'm not gonna get any kind of delusions of grandeur here. But the thing is, he turned around and he was one of the best guys I could have worked with.
We're going to talk more about Blake, Team Blake, and where this has taken you. You've been through so much through this journey, and we're going to talk about it when we come back.